Hi Flosstube, I'm Amy. I love toads and cross stitch. Today is March the 13th, 2026. I haven't filmed an actual update Flosstube since the first week of December. I did do a whip parade in January, but I haven't actually showed you updated pieces since the beginning of December. So I have some finishes. I'm going to show you those first. I'm going to show you fully finishes, just regular finishes, and then I'm just going to pull the two baskets that sit beside my stitchy spot. I'm going to pull them over here and just show you what's in them, because I can't get organized. I don't have the mental my nervous system is a wreck and my brain is a wreck and I can't get organized. So I'm just gonna pull stuff out and show you what's by my stitching spot, because I probably have stitched on that. I'll show you updated photos. They are going to be from when you saw them in December, not when you saw them in January for my whip parade. So my first, I have Miha. Miha is right here. She's our little dog and she's chewing on a little bone. And then we have two new babies and they are in a pen back there. And I might show you them later. You know, we lost Luna tragically in July and January. I think it was the end of January. We got two new puppies. They're not puppies. One is like 7 years old and one's like 3 years old, but they're new to us, so they're little and puppy. Okay, anyway, so I got this framed. This was a la-di-da. I think it was called Virtue, and I changed out the word virtue for my dad's company. He was a brick mason and a contractor, and he built houses and manholes, and he was like a carpenter. He built every house we ever lived in. So we lived in Yorktown, Virginia, and this was a little heart and hand, and I changed the colors so it looked like his work glove. And then that was his company name. Actually, let me see if I can reach over here. Sorry, reach over here. I have his little company card right here. So, and that was probably from the 70s, 1970s and 80s. So yeah, I can't remember. I think this fabric was one more reproduction by Bestitch Me, and I stitched it 1/2 on 36 count. That's my usual preferred go-to is 36 count 1/2. You can see there's a pattern, kind of like a quilt pattern of stars in the roof, but you really can't see it. And I love these colors. I used all the called for colors. They were just beautiful. So I think I might put it a couple small ones here, you know, like start hanging the small ones. But for right now, it's up on the top shelf. I have some more brick houses up on the top shelf for my little brick house wall. So my next fully finish is Painted Flowers by Shakespeare's Peddler. And I used all the DMC for this. And I found this drawer, the sewing drawer on Facebook Marketplace. This is how Country Sampler finished theirs. This was not my idea. This was Country Sampler's idea. And I just borrowed it from them. But let me lift this up. See if I can lift this up. So it is on. Let me see. This is hard. It is on one of those sewing machine drawers, and I mounted it to the top. So it's beautiful, and it's stitched by my stitching spot. It's got my stitching stuff, like my lotion, just stitchy stuff in there. And then down here, I think are batteries and a notepad and the charger for my iPad. So yeah, it turned out beautiful. I can't take credit for the idea, but so let me put this down right here. Maybe I'll if I think about it, I'll stick a better picture in of that. So then just regular finishes. I finished I Love My Cat by Dirty Annie's. I think I showed this as a finish on my whip parade. I left out the words. And I stitched her on Warm Sienna by Color and Cotton. And I was stitching her with Leah Noel. And I'm going to put her, I think, on my sewing. Oh, my sweatshirt keeps choking me. I think I'm going to put her on my, in the border of my little sewing mat that I'm making for retreats. Okay, this one I was also stitching with Leah Noel. It is Fig Folk, Little Bats by Plum Street. And I didn't finish, I didn't do all of it. I cut I cut like an inch off the bottom. So it's a little bit shorter than it's supposed to be, but I got the bats in, and I'm gonna put it in the border of my stitching mat. And I think this is called Boston by, I think it's Seraphim Boston. So and I did change one color. I think it was one color. So the leaves were turning out like this leaf right there and that leaf right there. And there was two colors in the leaves. You can see the light green and the dark green. I changed that light green to be more light so you could see the contrast. But I didn't go back and rip those leaves out. I just kept them. So I did change one of the greens. So yeah, they turned out so cute. And I'm gonna, I have enough fabric here to stitch the spiders. Jump, clump. So I'm gonna take the back of this fabric, well, not the back, beside this fabric over here, and I'm gonna stitch the spiders and put them in my stitching mat also. Okay, so I'll put all that right there. And then one more finish. This was my Whips Be Gone. You can hear the squeaky toy. One of our dogs' name is Otto, and Otto is playing with his squeaky toy. We think he's like between 3 and 5. We got them from a rescue place, so they're not really positive on their ages. This is from Mud Puppy Stitchery, Venom and Poison. And it was one of my Whips Be Gone. It was my January Whips Be Gone. And I play that with Natalie, Donna Ray, and Emily. It's kind of like Whip Go, but we only have 12 instead of 25. And our husbands draw a number. And anyway, I finished this in January. So Kinsey, yes, I finished it and I love it. Oh yeah, my son taught me this about venom and poison probably when he was 8 years old. I was like, oh yeah, you're right. I never thought about that. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera off. I'm going to put all this away, and then I'm going to drag one of my baskets up here and show you whips. And I did have a few new starts. Yeah, I have new starts sprinkled in there too. And so December, the Jingle Ball happened, and then we had Christmas. Asher did come stay with us for 2 weeks. And then in January, I had my daughter's birthday. I did my whip parade. February, we had my birthday. So I had like a new start for my birthday. I think I had a new start for Christmas too. And my son's birthday is in February. I went to a retreat in February. I went to the Barefoot Needle Art Retreat. That's in Myrtle Beach. And now here we are in March, and my daughter has just moved in with us this weekend. So the house is going to get even more crowded because we added 2 more dogs and my daughter. So I'm going to turn the camera off and get that basket. Okay. There's my basket. It's very full of, like, I don't know, whatever. I just pull stuff out and start stitching. Okay, let's see what we got. And so nothing's ironed because it's all still in the project bags. I got my glasses so I can read. This one is coming out at Market, or came out at Market in March, by Boomerang Stitches. It's the bookmark. The cicada season. I am still working on it. Moving my needle minder. Let's see here. Okay, there she is. And I did this on 25 count, 1/1 full cross, because I wanted it not to be too huge because it's going in a book. So it's a great design. It's perfect. And I'm going to be stitching that too, the little exoskeleton, so it can hang out of the book. So yeah, I have, did I hold it up long enough to put a before? Let me hold it over here so I can put a before. So I've been filling in the wings. Well, I've been filling in everything. So she's more done than not done. Okay, Mija, I'm gonna put my bags right there, BB. Next, oh, yep, I've been working on this. The Symphony of Friendship by Cottage Garden Samplings. So I am, let's see, I started this on Leap Day 2 years ago. And I finished this the first year, this the second year, and now I want to finish this part the third year. So I'm working on the bluebird. Look how wide that tree trunk is. It's crazy. And all those leaves. It's crazy. It's beautiful though, and it's comfort stitching to me, so the fabric is wonderful to stitch on. I love the pattern. Man, the fabric is, let me look. It's Seraphim, and it's called Dusty Road. 36 count. I'm using all the called for colors. And I don't know if I can get this whole thing in view. Can I? Oh yeah, I can. So, let's see. Pull back maybe? I don't know. How am I going to pull back? Pull back and you all can see where it was. I'll put a before in. Now, this before is from December. So it might look like a lot, but it's been a few months. I worked on my Jessie Challenor from Hands Across the Sea. I am doing the muted version. I got the kit, so I got the pattern, the pattern and the fabric from the attic. I'm just using DNC, so I did not get the floss from the attic. They have a bigger picture in the middle, and yep, so that's the back of the sampler, and that's the front. And I'm doing the front. This is Mason linen, and it's called haberdashery, and it is 36 count. It's got dog hair all over it. One of our new babies is Flora. The little girl's name is Flora. She's a shedder. She sheds, so I feel like I have dog hair all over me all the time now. This is where I'm at. I have changed two of the colors. I changed this color right here, the start of her name, Jessie. It was ghosting way too much. You couldn't even see. It was the same color as the fabric. So I made it a hair darker. So it's still light. And these flowers were pink. And I love orange, so I changed them to orange. And they look sort of orange in the picture. I'll show you the picture again. So let me pull back, and you can see where I was, or how far I've come. And so if you look at the picture, see, those flowers look orange to me, and I just love orange and green together. And I just picked out an orange that looked like that. And the letters showed up much better here. So see what I changed my letters to. I changed my letters from 453 to 452. So one number off, and they showed up so much better. So letters 452, and I changed my flowers from 3778 to 3776. So just a few numbers off also in the flowers, but it made them more orange and more beautiful for me, because I like orange. If you like pink, then you know you would keep yours pink. Okay, I'm gonna move these more down here so she doesn't feel trapped. This is my husband's stocking I work on Sundays mostly. The last couple Sundays I have not worked on it. No, I take that back. I think I did work on it. Did I work on it last? I think I finally worked on it last Sunday. For the first time in a long time. Anyway, it's a dimensions kit. I changed the color of the truck, the color of the name to blue. No, the name black and the truck blue with help from Leah. I'm using all the called for except what I have changed. Figure out where my needle minder is, get the dog hair off of it. Okay. And I'll add some little rust spots too. So where's my thing? The license plate says Santa Claus. And I changed the license plate to say Grandpop, because that's what Asher calls his granddaddy, my husband. So I'll put in a before. I love how this is turning out. It's beautiful. So when my daughter moved in, we had to clean out the spare room upstairs where like our storage stuff is. So all my hair is going crazy. My Christmas box was up there, and so he was gonna put it out in the shed, and I was like, wait, let me get the stockings out, because I do not want these stockings in the shed. So the stockings are now safely in my sewing room, and all the other Christmas stuff is in the shed. Yeah, they're an heirloom. They can't just be sitting out in the shed. Okay. Next, let's see. Ooh, okay, so this is a new start from January. Yes, so I stitch on the full moon. I stitch with, is there 4 of us now or 5 of us now? A little group of girls. We stitch full moon. We've stitched moon things on the full moon. It's been so fun. So fun. And we finished our moon phase bell pull. I'm looking for the photo, the cover picture. We finished that last year. And so this year we started a Kathy Barrick moon, and this is the one I picked. I'm changing colors. I am darkening up my witches, darkening up the moon. So I'm making them more look like woodsy witches, so with greens and browns and blacks instead of the purple. See, I'm taking, even though I love orange, my witches don't need to be wearing bright orange. This is on Murky, and I have a thread in the way. Let me put my needle minder down so the thread's not hanging over stuff. Murky, I think I got a 32 count instead of a 36 because picture this plus dyes tighter. It makes, I guess the heat from the water just shrinks the linen, and sorry guys. And so I got a 32, but I'm still stitching at 1/2 on 32. So here it is. It's Murky. So you can see I have one witch there, and I changed her little dress to green. I changed her hair to blonde. I think they all had gray hair. So I'm going to change their hair colors. I'm going to change all their skin was like white. So I'm going to change their skin colors, their little outfits, their hair. So this lady's hair was gray. So bats and, oh, and I changed the star colors also. That's really the only thing I didn't change was the bats. I'll hold this up closer so you can see. So this is the lady I just stitched. See, I changed that to green and that to more blonde, and I darkened up her skin a bit. So I'm gonna see how white they are. They are ghost white. So I'm going to darken them up a bit and make them more cottage woods witchy cottage woods, you know, like they'd have little pet toads and a little mushroom garden. Oh, and so my girlfriend Becky has given me all kinds of cool threads, and I'm pulling from these threads. So I'm pulling from a bunch of Roxy threads. What are these? These are called Otter Creek Floss. More otter. Look, oh, these are like Evergreen Forest, Olive Sparrow. Yeah, so like that. And then I have some Classic Colorworks, Belle Soise. So I'm just randomly pulling from this bunch as I'm stitching a witch. No rhyme or reason. I'm just like, oh, I think that witch needs a green skirt. So I find a green in there and I pull it. This big thing of floss. So yeah, that was a new start in January, and I have stitched on it January, February, and March with my girls when we stitch for the full moon. There is a full moon 2 times in May, so we'll be stitching on that twice in May. Did I work on this? Yes, I think I did work on this. Now the Brick House at Home by Brenda Gervais. I think I put the roof, I don't know if the roof is completely done, but I think I worked on the roof. Yeah. And I have a thread because I was working on the mortar for the brick and I worked on more trees. This is Vintage Country Mocha, 36 count. It's beautiful. So beautiful. I think the only thing I changed is there's a little cartouche thing with a saying in it, and I changed it to green. I think it's supposed to be red, and I'm changing that little outer border of the cartouche to green. So let me pull back and you can see where I was. I may have added a deer too. I don't know if I had both deer in there when I last showed it. Who knows? That was a very long time ago. The way things are happening around here, last week was a very long time ago. So yeah, see this, that border is red with those words in it, and I love what it says, but I'm not going to read it to you right now. So I changed it to green. But everything else is as called for because, just gorgeous. I cannot wait to have that on my wall or up here on my little shelves, my brick house shelves. What is in this bag? Oh, this bag is a new start. Oh, this bag is 2 new starts. Which one should I do first? Let's do this one because it's easier to get out. I started this one at the Barefoot Needle Arts retreat in February, but I bought this at that retreat in October. Delt Beetles by Sprouting Lupin. I saw the model and just fell in love. And she was the guest designer that October, that when I bought it. Look, I don't even have a needle minder on this. And I bought this fabric there. It is called Stormy Seas. It's 36 count and it was dyed by Barefoot. Let me fold it in half here. And I have a tiny start. I mean, I started it at the retreat and haven't worked on it again because I've been in the mood to stitch on brick houses. So it is that beetle right there. And that beetle's not done yet. You can see the fabric sort of showing through. Yeah, from Sprouting Lupin. Okay, and in that same bag, this fabric, I don't know if it shows, it's much darker than it's showing up. It's not much darker, but it is darker than it's showing up. It's beautiful. In that same bag, I have another new start that was just calling to me. I had kitted it up like a year or 2 ago. EJ, I think it's EJ or Shelia, one of them. I think it's EJ, is stitching this. And I saw it and fell in love. I love the saying. It comes from Jimi Hendrix. The saying comes from Jimi Hendrix, who I love. And Leah Noel has recharted a section of this for me. So in this box right here, she recharted Jimi Hendrix guitar. And then I'm going to have his initials. And I haven't got to that yet. I'm like trying to work over slowly to get over there so I can start his guitar. This kind of reminds me of camping too. They play a Jimi Hendrix song in the morning when we wake up from camping. The one he played at Woodstock in 1969. And it just has some feelers happening. This is, what is this fabric? I think it's vellum. Yes, vellum. Picture this plus. It is 36 count. It is very wrinkly. And that is where I'm at. beautiful. I love those colors, those earthy colors. And it's going to be amazing once his guitar is in there. And his words, which resonate very much right now. Okay, I'm gonna put these two back in the bag. Yes, they are sharing a project bag. I have other project bags back there, but in my sewing room, but I just haven't. When I was at the retreat, I think I brought that to start at the retreat, but I don't think I did. And I had it, and so I started my beetle one and just stuck it in there. So, okay, this is a new start also. It is by Lola Crow, and it's the Deadly Seed Company, Poisonous Plants. I like to read about poison and morbid curiosity stuff, but I have a little collection of books on poisons and summer plants. I bought this fabric while I was at the Barefoot Needle Arts retreat. Aslan by Rogue Fabrics. It is a 36 count, and I'm not very far, but that is the first seed pack. And I think is that hemlock? Let me see. Yes, that will be hemlock. And we had a discussion so did I start this? I think I did start this at the retreat. Hemlock reminds me of, is it baby's breath? No. Oh, what's it called? Lace, something lace. And we were trying to figure out how to tell the difference between that and hemlock. The word is not coming to me right now. I'll probably do Belladonna next, because Belladonna is in a lot of the books I read. They use Belladonna a lot. Yeah. Queen Anne's lace, is that what it's called? Yes. Queen Anne's lace and hemlock, I feel like they look similar. Like, I wouldn't touch either one in the wild because I wouldn't know which one it was, and I wouldn't want to poison myself. Okay, excuse me. Becky and I, my girlfriend Becky and I might need to get some water, went to an exhibit of artwork that was, what's the word? Themed bats. The large-eared bat here in Virginia. I can't think of what the exhibit was called. I'll think about it in a minute. It'll come to me in a minute. Anyway, I went home and I was inspired to stitch on my bat. The Gothic bat by Yasmin's Made with Love. Oh, this is gonna drive me crazy. Hold on. Restore the Wild. It's called Restore the Wild Artwork Exhibition. So there was bats and bats and bats and bats and bats, and it was wonderful. And I just was like, I want all the bats. They're so beautiful. I'm gonna go home and stitch on my bat, and I did. And I'll tell you about this in a minute, but I'll show it to you first. That's where I'm at. And I changed my spider, so I did rechart my spider. I wanted it to look more like a creepy spider. So I'll show you what it looks like. Hold on. So this one, she looks like she only has 1, 2, 3, 4, like 3 legs on each side and then like some pinchers. And I wanted those legs that look like pinchers to look more like legs. So I charted her to be more, I charted like legs to hang down and then like those little things to stick out. But that's it. And then let's see, this is Jamestown Smoke by Liberty Hill. Becky gave me this fabric from Liberty Hill. They are dyeing their own fabric, and this is Jamestown Smoke. So I'm pulling back so you can see where I was. I didn't get to the bat. I wanted to stitch on that bat real bad, but I thought, you know what? If you go down to the bat and you stitch him, then the fun part's done. I need to get some of this background out of the way first before I go down and stitch that bat. But it was fun. I mean, don't get me wrong. It was fun. I was just in the mood to get to that bat. Okay, I'm gonna pause and get some water. We're not even through this basket yet. Right, Mija? So I will be right back. Okay, this one was the Whips Be Gone call for February. My Panikit fawn cushion. I'm using everything in the kit. And it's 10 count or 11 count. And so you use 4 strands over 1 Aida square. She's gonna be big. So I think I tried to like come around the corner and and my pattern, the way I've been folding my pattern, the symbols are wearing off. So I went ahead and worked my way up where the fold is. So like that's the middle. So I think I'm good here. So that's the middle and that's the middle. So when I work on it again, I'm going to like come down and then go across, because if those symbols wear off and I don't know what they are. So let me pull back and you can see a before where I was. This is on my Whips Be Gone another time, so it will get called again this year. My Whips Be Gone for March is the next one in this basket, and I have not worked on it, and I might not work on it because I'm not in the headspace to work on it. I need easy stuff. My life is chaos right now. My world is chaos. My job is chaos. And I just need comfort and easy right now. So I did not work on this, but I will, and I'll show it to you real quick. It's the Wise Owl, and I'm cutting it off. She's beautiful. I'm just not in, I just can't do it right now. There's too much thinking. Maybe I was thinking the other day, maybe when I finish my husband's stocking, I won't have any more stockings to do for a while. Well, I don't know. Everybody will be done. And I can work on this on Sundays maybe in place of a stocking. It's a thought. It was just a thought. We'll see. Okay, that is a secret stitch. This one is another new start. It's got to be. I just don't know when I started it. When did I start this? I don't know. Did I start this? Hold on. I don't. Oh, this might have been my birthday start. I just didn't write it down. Yes, I did start this. It has started. Okay, let me get the specs for you. Hold on. It is called, I don't know what it's called. I'm not going to be able to pronounce it. Do I even know what I'm stitching it on? My birthday was just that week was just a panic attack after a panic attack after a panic attack. Not because of my birthday, just because. So I don't remember that week very well, but I was like, it's my birthday. I'm going to start a house. So I started this big house by these people right here. Okay, and there's two versions. So you can do this big one, or they shrunk it down and you can do the little one. And I'm doing the little one because there's so many houses that I want to stitch. I don't have time to be doing all the big ones. I want to know what this fabric is because it's gorgeous. Did I not write it down? That is, oh, here it is, here it is, here it is. It's Cedar River. I put it, look at this bag, y'all. Trash pandas. Okay, it's Cedar River linen. TEPHRA. 36 count. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Using the DMC. Isn't that a pretty color? And fun. This was really fun. The little grapes. So that's what I did on my birthday. Yep. All the new starts and all the brick houses. Okay, so I think that's all I can show you in this basket because this one is a secret stitch. This one I didn't work on, and the rest is like just my art book and a magazine with plants I want to plant in my garden. So I'm going to put this basket away and get the other basket. I don't even know what's in the other basket either. I don't know if I've worked on anything. Maybe I'll check that out before I hit play. There are a few in this basket that I have worked on. So this one I worked on at the Barefoot Needle Arts Retreat because the designer was, well, I bought this at the Barefoot Needle Arts Retreat. Not 2024. So I brought it, or did I buy it in 2025? Because this is 2026. Anyway, I bought it the last time I went to the retreat, or the last time, I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to work on it at the retreat because I bought it at the retreat and the designer was at the retreat. Ducks in the Orchard. A gardener's needle with that brick house and those ducks. This is by, okay, the fabric is Under the Sea. It's called Robius, and it's 36 count. And I am using all the called for. And I believe I worked on the house at the retreat in February. Look at those ducks. And that butterfly or moth, whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna pull back and you can see where I was. Okay, love that. I got to talk to the designer. Her name's Susan. Let's see, yes, Susan. I got to talk to her for a little while at the retreat. Okay, we're gonna put that down there. This one I pulled out to work on it. I did not work on it. I have not been in the mood for full coverage, but when I get a hankering to work on a full coverage again, this is probably the one I will be pulling out to work on. Tender Moments. But it didn't get, I just can't even turn on my pattern keeper right now. My brain is just a complete mess. Okay. This one I had to restart because I found out that I started it over too far and I was only going to have 1 inch margin. This is Lucy Calcutt, 1826, with her little brick house. I wanted to stitch it in 2026, and I'm cutting the top off. So I'm just from there to there. And I started it at the bottom, got to the middle. Here, I'll show you my, what I did first. The first time I did it. This is One More Reproduction by Be Stitch Me. It's one of my favorites. Yeah, so started it, got to the middle, and I was like, yeah, that's not gonna fit. If I fold that in half, that is not gonna fit. So I remeasured and realized that I should have started like 2 more inches over. So I would have had like 1 inch on this side, inch on this side, and I probably do want to get this framed because it's going to be beautiful. Like, just, it's not going to be small, so it's going to be a nice, beautiful, big one. So I bought a bigger piece of fabric and restarted it. And what did I... This is Cedar River Overcast, 36 count. I restarted it. And I am changing some things. I am darkening up my red, changing my pinks to more orangey, like a salmon color instead of a pink color. So like a light orange. And that's where I got to the second time I started it. But I did get to the house. And it's gonna fit, like, I think that's the end. So I just got to come up. I think I went up a little bit and I had to rip it out because I wanted to change the color. It was too bright of a red. So, and there's some little bit of white windows in there. This was so fun to stitch on. This is comfort stitching. This, yeah. Dimensions kits are not comfort stitching. They are a challenge to me, my brain. It makes my brain work, and I don't want to work. I just want to enjoy the rhythmic motion of my thread going in and out of the fibers and changing fun colors and like, and so that's, you can tell I did a lot of brick house stitching in the last couple months. So now that I've showed you this, Becky, I think Becky has offered to rip this out for me. This, but I can, I mean, even if she doesn't, I can use this half of it for like a small something. But it was still in the bag. Miss Lucy Calcutt, yeah. In a bag that she doesn't even fit in. I need to get her a bigger bag. And that, is that it? Oh, I don't think y'all saw, I think you saw this in my whip parade, but you didn't see it when I worked on it in January. So I'll show it to you real quick. And guess what it is? It's a brick house. But it's the Christmas one, so I worked on it in December. I started it at the beginning of December, I think, or the end of November. The linen is Hearthstone by Millennial Fabrics. Do I not have this in a... Oh, yeah, I do. Okay. And there's a thread hanging. And it's so wrinkly. It's so wrinkly. Oh, goodness gracious. But this is where I'm at. And I did change the berries. I darkened them up. But I'll pull back and you can see where I was. Because I feel like I showed this one right after I started it, but didn't show it again like as an update. I just showed it in my whip parade. Isn't that pretty fabric? Millennial Hearthstone. Okay, and that's probably it. The other ones, they're in here, but I haven't worked on them. Yeah. Oh, and there's, yeah, we'll get you out. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna pause. I will be back. Okay, now that I have showed you my whips, I'm going to show you what's in my bucket. This is like a little tin bucket that I have in my sewing room that I put my purchases in and my gifts in so I can show you guys. It's been 3 months, 4 months, so I've put a lot of the gifts away. And I'm using a lot of the gifts. So Becky has gifted me project bags, floss, and fabric that I'm already using. So yeah, she did give me, wait, okay, my glasses. She got me some hog bristle by Fox and Rabbit. It's 36 count. You know, that's screaming for a brick house, right? Okay. Let's see. I got this at the Barefoot Needle Arts Retreat because I want to stitch the turtle and the rabbit. The rabbit is really cute too. But the turtle, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta have him. And I had to already open it and check it out, but this is who it is by. And I got this at Barefoot, so if you're looking for it, they may still have some. Let's see. I got this for Christmas. That's a Luca S. I feel like I need to finish my other Luca S before I start this, even though I want to start this really bad. What I got at the Jingle Ball. So December. I got that from the Jingle Ball. Is it Annie B's? Yeah, Annie B's Folk Art. And the Gingerbread House. So I got from the ball. Then I had a really rough couple of months, but my birthday week was not good, and so my husband actually took off on my so he works evenings, and he was sitting here, and around lunch he said, "You want me just to take off work and I'll take you down to the needlework shop for your birthday?" I was like, "You would do that?" Yes, I want you to do that. First of all, I want to spend the day with him. I love spending time with him. It'd be awesome if he could just stay home with me. And then second, when we go to the needlework shop, yes. So I'll show you what I got. And I have it all like together. So let me take it out of the packages. I haven't put it away because I wanted to show you guys. So I got this Stacy Nash sewing bag. And then that's what the back of it looks like. And I got a flannel flower, fox and rabbit to put it on. And put that back in the bag with the fabric. I got My Scissors, My Rules. I've been wanting this one for a while. The Rose and the Giant Pear, 1888. I've been wanting this one for a while. And Anne Hughes, 1852, Woodfield House, Quaint Rose Needle Arts. And I got this piece of fabric to stitch it on. This is Espresso by Fiber on a Whim. So that was my birthday. And I felt much better on my birthday with my husband staying home with me, getting to go shop at Liberty Hill, and then I got to start a brick house that night. So, and I think that's it, except one, I have this, somebody gave me this at the retreat. Is there a cover photo? I know there's got to be a cover photo for it. Yes. It's a Dimensions. And she started it. So I just need to figure out which way it goes. And I think I'm just going to cut it, like I'll probably just do that much of it. I'll cut it in half. Want to be cute? Oh, he's so cute. Yeah, I'm going to fold this. So somebody came up to me at the retreat and wanted to know if I wanted that. And I was like, yes, they're so cute. Finish him. So that is it. Okay, let me grab the puppies and show you the puppies real quick. And then I will let you go. Okay, this is Flora. She's probably 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. We don't know really. She's lazy though, like a little old lady. Aren't you, BB? You smell like a dog. You smell like a dog. And then this is Otto. He's got a diaper on because he likes to tinkle on stuff. And he acts like a puppy, but he's probably 3 to 5. He's not looking at the camera. Otto. Otto. Yep. So that's them. All right, beepies. Okay. That's it. I will see you guys. This was fun to pull all that out and show you my stitching. I don't know when I'll see you, but I will be stitching. It helps my mental health. Okay, love you, bye.